Blues are about to have their final training run ahead of Origin 2 tomorrow night. Adam Hawes joins us. Adam, the Blues have well and truly bunkered down a day out from the game.
Yes, Brad, the Blues are about to have their final run here at ANZ Stadium behind me, but for the first time in a long time, there are no cameras allowed. It's a closed session, which suits me fine because it's windy, it's raining, it's cold. I don't want to be in there anyway. They've also cancelled tomorrow's traditional team walk, which always provides great footage of the players on game day. It's a sign of the siege mentality as the Blues try and keep this series alive. They're staring at 6 straight series defeats, but there's no fear from the Blues.
We've always thought we can do it, you know. We wouldn't be here otherwise. We're not here just to play the game. We're here to win.
Part of the process, private training sessions, a siege mentality.
Yeah, it probably is, and, you know, it's a must-win game for us. And, you know, to a lot of us, and certainly to myself, it's, you know, it's a grand final.
It's time to run into the war zone now, mate. It's the result's everything.
In his first Origin as prop, Gallen had this to say about taking the game's very first hit-up.
I want to do it, yeah. I remember playing for Winnie when I was 7, 8 years old and trained on a Wednesday night. All I wanted to do was go in and see the first bloke get hammered off the kickoff. So well, hopefully I don't get hammered, but it's just going to be something to remember for myself. That's why I want to do it.
After open heart surgery, 11-year-old Liam Quinn wished from the Make-A-Wish Foundation to meet the team. Jamie Sauer just wanted to know who his favourite player was.
I'd say Jamie Sauer. You?
Me? Lucky I got a spare pair of boots for you then. You want these? Yep. They're for you, mate.
An emotional boost for the Blues last night with the traditional jersey presentation. Rookie Will Hopewadi asking for his to be delivered by the coach.
For him to ask me to present that jumper was a little bit. It was the same sort of feeling I had when I first was presented my own jumper. I was very proud of the fact that he asked me to present it to him.
Stewart ready, but not pressured.
No, I don't feel pressured. I don't feel pressured. But I could say this is probably one game of football that I've got most desire and most will to want to win.
Brad, you can really feel the passion there in Ricky Stewart. Now for the bad news, Queensland have arrived in Sydney. They flew in around about lunchtime, and as you'd expect from a team that's won 5 series in a row, they are extremely confident, even a little bit cocky. The coach, Mal Meninga, took one final little jab at the Blues.
I think all the pressure's on New South Wales. You know, they have to win. You know, it's in their court. Like I said, they're thinking laterally. They believe in you know, the team they've picked that's going to exploit our weaknesses. So yeah, the pressure's all on them.
And
Queensland coach Mal Meninga's turned the heat up on the Blues, saying all the pressure's on them to save the series in Game 2 here in Sydney tomorrow night. League reporter Patrick Molahan joins us from Olympic Park. And Pat, are Ricky Stewart and his men feeling it?
Well, Tony, they certainly are. The Blues have locked cameras out again here tonight. They headed to training on the bus a short time ago, and they're making no apologies for the siege mentality as they look to stop Queensland making it 6 straight. Than the Queenslanders, who've even brought little Alfo, the gnome they've named after Maroon's great Alan Langer, along for the ride. And with Mal's men up 1-0, they say all the heat is on the home side.
I think all the pressure's on New South Wales. You know, they have to win.
The tears flowed as family and friends joined the Blues in camp to hand out their jumpers last night, but they've now adopted a siege mentality as they go behind closed doors.
And certainly to myself, it's you know, it's a grand final, and that's why I'm treating it. It's everything's on the line tomorrow night.
While the Maroons even welcomed in enemy supporters to watch their final hit out, the Blues were making no apologies.
No, that's right, Pat. It's this is very important.
Do whatever it takes, basically.
Yep. It's time to run into the war zone now, mate. It's the result's everything.
They won't have to look far for motivation, with 11-year-old Liam Quinn granted his wish to lead the Blues out after a heart operation.
I'm going to the game to lead the Blues out and watch the game, yeah, and hopefully we'll win.
Should Queensland win, the Maroons say it's wrong. No tributes planned for their retiring skipper Darren Lockyer.
It would be disappointing, I guess, if they don't, particularly after the game, they don't sort of make a tribute in some form or fashion.
Patrick Molahan, 7 News.
Bulldog Jamal
Wet and windy, but it hasn't put a damper on the build-up to Origin 2 tomorrow night. Now, Queensland arrived in town this morning, primed for a sixth straight series win, while the Blues is just as determined to stop them. They're encouraged by their gutsy effort 3 weeks ago. There are unresolved issues from State of Origin 1, and Paul Gallen is determined to lead a Blues side that will put things right. It's a grand final, and that's the way I'm treating it. It's everything's on the line tomorrow night. Always intense, Gallen wants first crack at taking the ball up. I want to do it, yeah. Mate, as a kid, I used to rush home to see the first hit up. Usually the bloke gets hammered, so as long as I hold on the ball, I don't care. Mal Meninga ate his way into Blues territory today and then headed to ANZ Stadium, impressed with the drainage, but the wet weather will cause a rethink in tactics.
It's not conducive to open style footy. If it went a wet track, it's fairly slippery. At ANZ, you don't want to go too close to the sideline, so you don't try to play too expansive. Meninga was coy about winning for Darren Lockyer in his last year in maroon colours. If we are successful, well then Darren gets the reward that he deserves. That's the stark reality of State of Origin football. You don't always get what you deserve.
It seems